Slaptail squad, assemble.
If you are listening to this, you are a member of the great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, live from the Uniden, where he's drafting his final memoirs, is my number 2, the Runs.
Hey, Beaveman, how's it going?
It's going good. I heard a rumor today. I'm not happy about it. I'll tell you about it later. Because hopefully it's just a rumor.
I stand ready to hear these rumors.
Hopefully it's just a rumor. Also with us today, here in the Beaver Den, looking moist.
Sorry.
And not in a good way, is the Swan. Say hello, Swan. Jumanji, you have to unmute yourself if you're going to die laughing.
Hello, Swan. Freshly showered. That's where the moisture's coming from.
Feels like something that got drug out of a swamp.
Swamp creature.
When she first said, "I'm sorry," I'm like, "That's might not be something you need to apologize for. Like, it's a good thing." And then the B-man said, "Not in a good way," and I'm just like, "Oh." Fuck.
All I can think
My
is
hair's
that.
like sopping wet. It's
So,
terrible.
are you saying you're wet for the Beaveman?
No, my hair is wet.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Golden showers.
No.
No.
There we go.
Now you're talking my language.
I have a story about that. I'll have to relate here in a second. After I've done the intros, though.
Bring back golden showers. Remember that. Bring it back.
Also with us today is funny man, comedian Mike Cateo.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey. How you
What's
doing,
up,
Mike?
everybody?
Still waving, but he said hi too.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're just doing dandy.
I got some exciting news. Someone wants to sign me and be my management. So
all right, hold
that
on. Hold on. Let's get through the intros. And then you can tell us your big news. Hold it in. Put yourself.
Don't hold your breath.
Yourself.
Don't hold your breath.
No, go ahead. Let's see how long
he can hold his breath.
Let's see how long he can
already breathed through his nose.
Yeah, he's already cheating. Try again, Mike. Go ahead, breathe out.
No, he's looking a little red faced.
Well, we'll see if he can make it through
Jumanji's. Breathe through that big nose.
Also with us today, our own personal pudding pie, special chocolate. Hopefully he unmutes himself for his intro, Jumanji.
Good evening, B-Man.
Good evening, Jumanji.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Rons?
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Mike?
Yes.
Mike?
I like how Mike just looks down and he goes...
He's still holding his breath.
No, he's not.
No, I know he's not. He just didn't remember his cue.
Yes.
Mike?
Good evening.
Good evening. Swan?
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, now, Mike, give us your big news. Go ahead.
I have someone who might step in and be my manager. He sent me a contract. I told him I'd have my lawyer look at it, and so it might be a go.
Ooh.
Now, is this a comedy manager, or is this someone who's trying to book you for disabled fighting?
Good fight.
I mean, I know it's an underground thing, but I think it's getting mainstream.
It's an entertainment manager. So we're talking about different things.
Oh, we should.
So
pitch
we are
that
talking
show.
about fighting.
We should pitch that show. Call it Crip Wars.
We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Well,
good fingers crossed.
That's exciting.
Not the bad fingers.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Golden shower callback. So I was stationed, my first duty station. I was with this guy, and he was a little bit. He was different.
This is going to be good.
Kind of a sexual. He might have been a sex addict, but anyway, he was always tells these stories. He's like, "Hey, so he's like, I was trying to convince my wife to hover over me and piss in my mouth, and being a 18-year-old, I was like, why? He said, well, I just wanted to know what it would taste like. Like, okay. Well, so he kept telling us this stuff over and over again. And finally, he's like, so I remember how I was telling you guys that I was trying to get my wife to piss in my mouth, and I finally convinced her to do it. And we're like, okay. So, of course, the natural question is, what did it taste like? He's like, I don't know, kind of oily. He's like, next I'm going to try to get her to shit on my chest. But so far, I haven't had much luck.
Isn't that called a Cleveland steamer?
I don't know. Is it?
I do believe it is.
I do believe you're right.
I'm pretty sure Jumanji's making barfing noises, but we can't hear
Yeah,
him
we
because
can't
he's
hear him.
My
muted.
kind of
Yeah.
man.
That's where I draw the line.
Poo poo.
draws the line of
Pee pee's
poop.
okay, but poo poo's not.
I don't draw
Yes.
lines.
Scat play.
I don't draw
yeah.
lines. I embrace them.
Maybe they shit a line across your chest. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Exactly. He draws a doo-doo
He
line.
finger paints.
Yeah.
Finger paints.
Well, there you go.
It really is amazing how much shit that a human adult can spread all over the place.
It is. We're
Yes.
Are
so,
we
so
are
for
we
sure.
referencing the Impacted Bowel
No,
podcast?
no,
again?
that's totally different. No, I'm sure I've told you the story where this patient I had smeared shit all over the bathroom.
I mean,
all
I'm
over the
pretty sure
walls
that's a
and everything.
common thing. We all
Yeah.
have a story like that.
Just
That's
so
a
much-
Tuesday night
Nope,
for me.
I do not have a story like that. It's just you guys, unfortunately, or fortunately.
Healthcare workers have a
There
story.
you go.
Every healththare worker has a story about
Oh, I
shit.
know. When people throw poop.
Hold it in their
Once
hand.
again, that's your story.
A gift for you.
I had one guy that used to shove the sheet up his booty hole and it would come out and be looking all tie-dyed with shit.
That's an interesting story plot.
Do they is that part of your teaching while you're going through grad and medical school and all of that?
No, that's a healthy surprise.
Which part are you
That's
asking?
on the job training right there.
No, like specifically, what are you asking?
Like some of the things that you experience, such as what Swan just said, like are you like mentally taught how to be prepared for that? Or do you
No.
just learn of that as it happens?
Yeah, well, I mean, Mike is saying no, but we're nurses, so yes.
Well, that is interesting.
Yes, you are taught to be
So
mentally
in
prepared for stuff
school,
like
they
that.
tell you someone will throw feces at you. See, they don't tell us that in social work school.
Well, nurses are a totally different breed. I don't care what anybody says. And, you know, EMTs,
That's
paramedics
fair.
talk big shit. I'm like, no, we've seen more shit than you've seen.
That's fair.
Literally.
Literally.
Shit.
Literally,
Yeah.
we've seen, you know, blood, guts, all that stuff. I'm like, you know, everybody thinks that people come in by ambulance. No, a lot of times people get dropped off in the car in the entryway to the hospital. So we've seen a lot of stuff. Yeah, you get mentally prepared. If you have good nursing instructors, yeah, they mentally prepare you for all kinds of garbage,
All kinds of crap.
all kinds of shit.
All kinds of
Blood, guts.
shit.
Yeah, I mean they don't
Wow.
sugarcoat it at all. They're like, you're gonna see some horrifying shit.
And usually your first clinical rotation is at like nursing homes where you get to learn how to wipe an ass over and over and over again.
I'm sorry, you just said sugarcoat shit. I'm thinking about someone with sugar going.
They know sugarcoating that turd. Yeah.
No,
No.
but you see people walk around with their shit in their hands and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
a t-shirt design right there.
What's that?
Just a little packet of sugar being poured over some shit.
Well, yeah, you know, there's $1 million idea, the sugar-coated idea.
I actually have a job interview on Monday to work in a psychiatric ER.
Wow. Are you going to bring sugar?
To coat the shit for real. So
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That's just some mental stuff that I can't wrap my head around right now. That's just wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fucking wild.
But that actually kind of helps us segue into every once in a while we like to do an end of the world discussion.
Yes.
I think Ron's and I started that. No, I think maybe Doc and
No,
I.
yeah, we did something like that.
Have you my most favorite show right now that has a pretty good plot line for the end of the world scenario, which is probably the best one that's based on a video game. What is it called? The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, The Last of Us.
That one makes the most sense. The only thing that doesn't make sense about it is, and I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, Jumanji. Have you seen the show?
I have not.
So basically, everybody's infected by fungal spores, and it really kills everybody, and then you become a part of a fungal community, if you will. and the rest of us are trying to survive that. What doesn't make sense, and of course you can't show that for a television show or a video game because it wouldn't be any good, is that none of us would survive. Life would end very quickly because spores we breathe them in constantly. That's the hardest thing to treat, is a fungal infection as opposed to a viral infection or a bacterial infection. And right now, actually, there's candida species out there that have caused deaths this year that they can't figure out how to treat. So if you want to be scared about more shit, don't be scared so much about the viruses and the bacterias, but you should be scared about the funguses.
The fungi.
No,
There's a fungus.
because
among
I
the-
was gonna go there, but I didn't know how to work that in. Fungi. No,
I was just
that
waiting
doesn't
for
scare me.
I was waiting for somebody to do it.
I did it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a fungi.
There's a fungus among us.
Once again, being a mushroom, you're full of shit too, or fed shit.
Kept in the dark.
See how that works.
Bed full of shit. Kept in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so that'll be the most likely the way that we probably do go. That'll probably happen to us before the floods and the fires. Maybe. Most interestingly, though, with Canada on fire, you know the thing that annoyed me the most about Canada being on fire?
That they celebrated Canada Day.
No.
I know. I don't know what annoys you. I'm sorry.
I was asking a question.
I know the answer.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
you've
what's
already
the
told me.
answer? What's the answer, Smart?
You were mad because it didn't smell like maple syrup.
That's true.
Like when Post makes cereal or Kellogg's makes cereal, it smells like fruity pebbles, but you know.
Yeah, there was nothing smelled like maple syrup or Canadian bacon. So yes, that was disappointing. Plus, it
Canadian
also
bacon.
Not Canadian bacon.
Why? What's wrong with Canadian bacon?
It's very good, actually.
Well, that's what I mean. It didn't smell like maple syrup or Canadian bacon, so that was a bad thing. It just smelled like smoke. Or did you not notice?
No, I noticed. That was more so of just like I don't know. It's kind of like gay lingo a little bit.
I'll explain your gay lingo.
It's hard to explain who those are not.
No, that's the whole point. You were going to explain it to us.
Yes, please. I mean, honestly, I'll double back to gay pride real quick. You were teaching me about how to say hello to people without using pronouns like hello, beautiful people. So this is a chance for you to school me.
This is a
I'm all
teaching
yours.
moment for the Rons.
I would agree. I'm going to mute myself so I can listen.
I checked out for a second.
Mike
so
wasn't
I
paying
missed
attention.
it.
Mike wasn't. Yeah. Okay, so explain it.
I
to
was
us.
in La La Land.
There's multiple prides then, right?
Of course.
Well, we're just talking about gay pride right now.
Gay pride right now.
Right.
No, so to say like not something, it's more so just like pointing at the specific of what was said, and it's just like kind of making a joke of I don't even know how to describe it.
What are you talking about?
You better figure it out.
I'll figure it out, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know. So I can find the right terminology for.
That's his problem. He has to be eloquent all the time.
Don't call a black man eloquent. It's insulting.
Why is it insulting? He's like it. He's loving it over there.
Whoa,
I was like fluffing his ego.
She's
over
right.
there.
Like she's right. I do like to speak.
Yeah,
but the first time I say something,
but you don't tell a black man he's eloquent.
Why not? Who
Why
says?
not?
Would you tell white people they're eloquent?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, if they
Well,
are.
we don't
If
say
you
white or black.
are.
We say beautiful people are
Nice.
elegant. See how I learned?
Would you tell
Eloquent.
retards they're retarded?
Whoa! What the fuck?
I might. No, I think only people who are that can use that word.
How would they know to use that word? If
I mean, ask
damn
Mike.
it!
Wouldn't you? Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah, this is just going downhill. I was
Anyway.
gonna try not to say anything
Anyways.
cringy or listen to anything cringy.
Anyway, Ron's, what is going to kill the world?
Humans, fucking humans, all the fucking way.
Fucking humans? That would repopulate the world, ideally.
No, it's the stupidity of mankind that will kill. I mean, we have so much technology we can save the world, and I don't want to be the pessimist here. I really don't. But if I had to be the pessimist, there's so much negativity, there's so much crap in the world. It's unfucking nerving. But That's just me. It's humans.
Ron says
Anyway.
humans. Ron says humans.
I-
Humans will kill the world. I don't know about that, but okay, that's your opinion.
Okay, Jumanji,
So
go
I
ahead.
have a statement. So you know how everyone's like, call me by my right pronoun, call me by he, she, they, whatever.
You mean
So
beautiful people?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I was younger, I was coming out, and I didn't want someone to know that I was dating someone of the same sex. I would use pronouns like they. I would say, I'm. Who are you dating? They're really great. They are great people. I'm meeting them, and so that was the pronoun. Now it's fucking a thing, and I fucking hate that it's a thing, because that means none of the people I dated are valid anymore. Jumanji
But,
gets me.
well, I understand what you're saying, but
I got you.
why wouldn't you validate them at all?
Ron, he wasn't trying to be serious. He was.
I know.
Ron,
Neither was I.
he was going for this. This is what he was going for. That was what he was going for.
Understood.
And Ron's was so genuine and pure with his question.
He was trying to.
I was trying to make it so genuine and pure. I knew where he was going with that. I was just trying to okay, all right.
Let's see where it's going.
Yeah, well, unfortunately it doesn't.
I did the same thing you did, Mike, but it wasn't because I didn't want anybody to know that they were men. It was because I didn't want anybody to know how many women I was dating at once.
All right, player.
So what's the
Why you
most...
think I don't use your name?
Whoa.
Hi-yo.
Because you have brain damage and you can't remember it?
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's you.
Well, I have brain damage, but it did not affect my memory at all, as far as I know.
You don't remember shit all the time.
I don't remember things that are not important. It is replaced with things that are
Like your
important.
birthday,
that are
Swan.
important. Oh, that's funny.
Mike, what do you think is going to end the world?
I don't know.
Homosexuals?
Suicide.
What did you say?
Mass suicide. Mass suicide.
Mass suicide?
Everyone's gonna
Mass
drink the
suicide.
Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Ooh.
With Flavor Aid.
How much Kool-Aid are they going to need?
Gallon. Bucket.
Yeah, a couple of gallons.
Couple of gallons. I mean, if it's super strong, you just need a little dot.
Okay.
Dot.
So, with this mass suicide, we're going to have a cult leader?
I am your cult.
Ooh, now the Beaveman's got competition.
There's no point in having my constituents kill themselves, my followers. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't really think that makes sense either.
No.
But that's okay.
Swan, what do you think? What's going to ruin the world? What's going to be the final end game? What's going to happen?
I really do think it's probably going to be some mass disease process that just comes over the entire world all at once.
Yeah.
Because we're very vain people and we think we can fix it or outrun it or not contain it or contain it. So, or it doesn't matter and it's not real. So we'll just ignore it and go on about our lives.
In reality, probably skin cancer. Because the sun will the I know what I'm thinking. Shut
The
up.
ozone layer and
Yes,
global
thank
warming
you.
will go away so much that
That
we
was
can't.
the
We're all
word I
gonna.
was thinking
And the
of.
first
Ozone.
ones are the gingers
Whoa,
and the
whoa,
blonde, pale
whoa,
people that are scared of the
whoa.
sun.
Well, but the majority of skin
And
cancer you get are not going to kill you. Melanoma
and
is
the
the one that
black
kills you.
people shall inherit the earth.
We don't like being in the sun either, for a lot of reasons.
Like
What
what?
are those
What
reasons?
are those reasons?
Well, let's go back to
History.
slavery.
History, really.
Go way back.
Fucking Christ.
No, so B-Man, can you ask me what I think is gonna
No, I don't want to know.
Well, can you tell us why you don't want to be in the sun?
That's why you don't want to be in the sun, and we'll
You
consider
don't
it.
like
Because
to be hot and
it's-
sweaty.
No, I do not. It's not cute.
It
It's
does
not
bad
cute.
things for your hair, and you
It
don't
does. It
want to
dries
be.
out your skin. It makes you sweat. It makes you like it's not good.
Wait a minute. I thought that gay people don't sweat, they glisten.
No, that's what they get on their back. Hi-yo!
Hi-yo.
Hi-yo.
Or on their front. Or on their face.
Or
Fair enough.
wherever
Or
you
their
want
face.
it.
Their face.
Fair enough.
That was a good one.
Fair enough.
Well,
was
that
good.
argument doesn't make any sense, Jumanji, because my people love the sun. As a
Who
matter
are
of
your
fact,
people?
I'm very sad that I have not
True.
been able to spend like any time in the sun whatsoever.
His people are Mexican.
True. Because you guys would stand outside in like full garments at a quinceañera and play for hours in
Mhm.
sombreros and everything and not take a water break.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought the Beaveman was Aztecian or Aztec versus Mexican.
Aztecian? Did you just say I'm
Aztecian.
Aztecian?
I don't know the proper pronunciation for the word, but I thought you were Aztec
That
heritage.
sounds like a person from Arizona.
I am Mexican. I would have to do the actual 23andMe to find out where everybody comes from. Did you know, this is interesting. Do you know how that a lot of people say that there's questions of where life began really and how we're all descended from, like possibly from Africa, etc.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new data that's actually showing that people came from that direction, but they also came from the Pacific side. And so they're actually showing now that a lot of people from Central America, South America actually have Japanese DNA.
Oh wow.
Wow. Are we talking like a Pangea continent?
Yeah,
Or
well, like when everything was frozen, you know how they assumed that
Yeah.
everybody crossed the Great Land Bridge. So from like Africa to here, that's where the dawn of civilization was. But they're actually showing also that people came around from the other side, and then they're actually showing genetic links to people who are of Japanese descent in Latin America.
So, do you believe in the Big Bang Theory, or do you? I realize this is kind of an offshoot of the conversation, but like, do you believe in the Big Bang Theory, or like some aliens came down and deposited pods and we grew out of those pods, or like, what's your belief?
I don't know about the whole pod thing, but that's intriguing. Didn't they make a movie about, what was that movie, Ron's? It was
the
supposed to be before Aliens. Prometheus.
How they
Yeah, Prometheus. That was it.
Prometheus, yeah.
Yeah, how they made
Prometheus.
us, and then blah blah blah. They went away, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know. I think that it's reasonable to believe in both. Not the pod thing. The creationism.
God, creation, and Big Bang, and
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, I think it's possible to believe in all that.
So would you say that, because before you actually came up with this subject, actually I was watching a small report that we are actually on the brink of extinction because the polars are going to flip. The magnetic poles are going to flip again. And this is what they were saying, that this is the sixth or seventh
Wipeout.
time. Yeah, it's basically a wipeout, that civilization has to reset. It gets so far into a golden era or a technological era. And then, yeah, I know. Thank you,
Sorry,
Mike.
I
Thank you, Mike.
heard golden shower. Sorry.
Yes, you did. We get into like an advanced technology, and then the polar magnetic poles flip and destroys humanity again. So they were saying we're due for one soon.
Like
How soon,
tomorrow.
I couldn't tell you. Yeah, it could be tomorrow, right?
Well,
But do
yeah,
you
you
think
can't
that's
predict anything.
possible?
Sure, why not? Sure. You know, one of the weird theories that I heard, this is really kind of ridiculous, is that there are so many people in India. This is one of those weird theories, that there are so many people in India. There's such a great, huge population there that it's actually shifting the Earth on its set axis,
Wow,
which,
that would make
which will
sense.
cause.
It's too heavy over
Would it?
there.
Would that make sense? Does that
Yeah, it
make
would.
sense?
How?
If everybody all went to India for a vacation, I mean, everybody would put all that mass on one side of the planet.
I think we should try it.
Yeah, why not?
I feel like we should have everybody come here because we probably got more mass in the United States than we do in other countries.
Well,
to
I mean,
begin
we
with.
definitely have more mass
Right,
than they have in
exactly.
India. Yes, for sure.
But you're adding to the weight of that mass.
Well, we probably have in the United States, we probably outweigh India.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what the Swan's saying.
But I
Okay,
guess
well,
we are more, the country is spread more, like the weight is distributed more. So we need to put everybody in California. the entire United States all shift
I
to
just
the.
think that's a weird theory that there's
I
enough
do think
people
it's a
in
weird
India
theory
that
as well.
it's going to shift the Earth on its axis. I don't think that's possible.
That's like that theory: if everybody jumped all at once, then landed, what would happen?
Let's try it.
Well, first of all, I don't think the whole thing with India is accurate because there's more cows than anything in this country, and we haven't shifted the Earth on its axis. We got more livestock than anything.
Yeah, but isn't that weight kind of distributed as it grows versus a sudden mass exodus or influx?
Even if
of
you
weight?
took all the people on the planet and put them in one area, is that anything in comparison to the Rocky Mountains? Is that anything in comparison to, the Andes or anything like that? That whole
Well,
weight?
once again, that had time to build up versus a sudden shift in weight.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Is that mass anything in comparison to that other mass?
And I mean, India's mass built up over time too. If you're going with that theory, they
Yeah, it's
didn't
not like
just
all of a sudden.
all reproduce today.
Yeah, they didn't just all of a sudden logarithmically. Yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying. I
But
really do. Yeah.
as always, nothing we
As
say
always.
makes any flipping sense. Here's an interesting correlation that I came up with the other day because I
Fantastic.
was reading. Yeah, fantastic. I haven't told you yet.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah. Did you know? This is interesting. Did you know that if you drink beer, you're more attractive to mosquitoes?
I know they find me hot.
You're pretty tasty to mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Why?
That would be female mosquitoes, though, right?
Why does it have to be female mosquitoes?
My
It could be any
mosquitoes
Because
are
those are the ones that
bisexual.
usually go for the iron-rich blood to incubate their eggs.
My mosquitoes are
No, I don't think the male mosquitoes bite at all. I think it's only the female mosquitoes.
So once again, proving that beer will make you more attractive to women on some species level.
Run me the funny.
Thank you.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. No, I didn't know that. That's an interesting fact.
Well, it is interesting. What's even more interesting is that another way that we're all going to die off is probably from vector-borne diseases like the mosquito. But here's what's really intriguing. Do you know?
The Muffin Man.
No. Do you know?
I do know the Muffin Man.
I do
The
too.
one on Drury Lane?
Yes.
Yes, he's awesome.
You know the brand Off?
Yes.
Mosquito
The
repellent?
spray. Yes.
Do you know who the number one shareholder of Off mosquito spray is?
Who?
I do not know, sir. I do not know.
It's Anheuser-Busch.
St. Louis,
Ooh.
Missouri.
So they make you tasty by drinking the beer so that you buy the mosquito spray and make them money. So you're drinking the beer and making the money
That's
and buying the
absolutely right.
mosquito spray and making the money.
What's even more fascinating? Oh, Jumanji really wants to say something.
He does.
Because I don't really see beer people as people who buy mosquito spray. Like I see beer people as people who buy the little smoker
Citronella candles and
put them outside, or the tiki torches and put them in the backyard. Like I don't see
I'm gonna go with my father, who is a big supporter of Anheuser-Busch, who probably drinks more beer than all of us combined. Well, I know he does.
I don't drink beer.
So okay, exactly, and probably half the state used to coat us in Off mosquito spray.
Really?
Not even lying. Would stand up and they'd like, like you had to hold your breath for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
You know what's even more amazing about that whole
I haven't died of cancer yet.
No.
What?
I'll get to it. Never mind. No, no, you haven't died of cancer yet, but here's another interesting.
You get to what?
Here's something else really interesting. You know how commonly people have heartburn in this country because we eat like pigs.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
A lot of people eat Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
People eat Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos, things like that.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Yum.
Did you know who owns Taco Bell and also owns the company that produces Prilosec?
Who?
I'm going to say, I don't know.
Covis Pharmaceuticals.
All right. So what is Covis?
You eat the Doritos, you eat the Taco Bell, you get heartburn, you go buy Prilosec.
Oh, that is a hell of a conspiracy connection.
It is. You know what's really even more amazing about all that?
What is that, Beaveman?
None of it's true. I lied about all of it.
You just made it all up.
Such a good liar.
Yes, he is.
But
he
everybody
is.
believed him.
But
I did.
I feel like it's a conspiracy we could totally spread, especially the beer mosquito repellent one.
You ate both of them up?
No, actually, no. Mosquitoes really do find people who drink beer.
No, but did you
there
make
is-
the connection to Anheuser-Busch?
Oh, of course I did. Yeah, I lied. Of course, yeah, I lied. But it's a good conspiracy.
Holy shit. And you know what? And that's how humans are going to die. Some asshole's going to say something and they're going to believe him and they're going to walk right into a cliff.
Because of mosquito repellent.
Yeah. No. You know, you're absolutely right. When we look at the mindset of the human species, a lot of us are smart enough to see through the bullshit, but you hit us in a weak moment and we'll believe you. How many times have we been distraught and we look for that hope and someone says, don't worry, go have a beer or have something. I mean, we discussed this on the last podcast, right? May cause suicide. And I'm like, that's kind of a fucked up drug. Why? And then you guys you guys told me about this. It gives you the strength to do it. So you're giving the strength to these people to believe in bullshit and they're going to die from it. That's not a conspiracy. Look at Jim Jones. That's reality. That's weird.
Ron, I'm going to vote for you for vice president.
Oh, please. No. I'm not running on RJ's platform. We knew how that turned out, didn't we?
Yeah, they lost.
Yes, they did.
No, but it's so easy. It's so easy. Like, you could do this all day long. You could just make these weird connections. Like the mosquito repellent and the Anheuser-Busch. You could make that all day long. You're like, oh, that's interesting. People who drink beer are more attractive to mosquitoes. So therefore, those people would probably use mosquito repellent all the time. Who would that benefit? Well, that would benefit Anheuser-Busch. That would benefit all the other big beer companies. Think about all the different brands of mosquito repellent that are out there that you could buy. It would be so
totally
easy.
agree.
It's so easy to make this stuff up that people would just believe you.
Well, you know, in a way, you're not completely wrong either, because if you drink beer in the hot weather, you tend to sweat more, which, guess what, attracts mosquitoes. So there's some truth to your bullshit.
Oh, well, that part's
really
true.
is.
The beer part's true. I think it's just because of, I don't know what the reason why mosquitoes find it more attractive. It's probably the smell, probably what you smell like. Because some people don't attract mosquitoes.
I was going to say pheromones, but okay, I'll go with that.
Well, I don't know that the mosquitoes find you sexy. I don't think that's what it is.
One day they will. One day they will. And then I will probably be king of the mosquitoes. That'd be cool, though. That would be cool.
Mosquito.
Or eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Ooh.
That would be a
That would be-
terrible torture.
He's just going to pull his pants down just so something will suck on his dick.
Hiyo.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Nothing wrong with that. There is
That's
nothing
I got
wrong
a
with
mosquito bite.
That should be on
On
a
my
t-shirt.
I don't think so, but okay, I like it. There we go.
You
There's
just imagine like a little mosquito on the dick, biting it, sucking it. Ugh.
Oh man.
That's just
Beaveman,
really
we need to invest in a t-shirt printing machine.
And just like the one that just acts like a little robot. As soon as we say something, it's just like, that's a good idea, and just starts screen printing.
Yes.
No,
That's
here I will give you one that's probably a really viable. Here's a really viable one that's I think that is probably pretty accurate. So I've told you guys this before that the only thing that men seem to be interested in is whether or not they can grow hair or get an erection and or both.
Yes.
Okay.
So here's what's interesting is that the medication that we prescribe to grow hair is called finasteride.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll say that less than 10% of men experience these symptoms. I'm like, well, if that was true, I wouldn't have so many patients that experience these symptoms. But two of the most common symptoms, actually three of the most common symptoms when you use finasteride is decreased libido, erectile dysfunction, and problems with ejaculation, meaning either you might not have an ejaculation or not a gusher. A gusher would be a great side effect. That'd be awesome.
I would agree.
Yeah. So
I think we covered that in the cringing questions.
the gushing,
Yeah,
did we?
Are you a
squirter or
squirter
oozer.
or a oozer?
Well, we weren't talking
Yeah.
about volume there.
Right.
That's a totally
Oh,
different thing.
okay. Okay.
So here's a good conspiracy you could get though, is that two companies, right? One is company makes finasteride, and there's multiple companies that make erectile dysfunction meds. Now, I could probably look them up and see if there's any relation between those companies, but most people that take finasteride, I've noticed in my clinical practice, also take something for erectile dysfunction. But
Coincidence?
But yet, if
I
you tell
think
them,
not.
hey, you know that one of the side effects of taking that medication for your hair loss is erectile dysfunction, they'll be like, oh, I don't think that's what it's from.
But I don't want to stop my hair loss medicine, so just give me something for my ED.
Yeah. I don't want to stop my hair loss medicine that's not doing me any good whatsoever.
Have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Yes, it's a great
Yes.
movie. Everybody should watch it.
Yes, and that's what it reminds me of.
But it's true, Rons. How long ago did
No.
that movie come out?
Actually, not too long ago. Yes, I did.
It's
I
got to
did
be
watch
over a
the entire
decade. It
movie.
has to be over a decade, though.
It might be. It might be.
I mean, but that movie was so accurate. You're like, how did they literally predicted what life is like?
It came out in 2006.
Yeah, that's a
16
long time
years
ago.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
But they were right.
'Cause
What did they say? All the scientists were only concerned with two things: hair growth and helping someone get an erection. And that's pretty much the truth. Everything else doesn't seem to be important.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm not disputing what you're saying. That's
No, I know you're not disputing what I'm saying because I'm agreeing with you. That's how I know that you're not disputing.
Okay.
See, that was me
Fantastic.
agreeing with you, saying that was the whole thing.
No, okay. I understand.
Yes. No, Ron's is completely right. Everybody should watch that movie. If you don't think that what's going on in that movie isn't happening right now, something wrong with you. You don't get it.
Yeah. I do love the way they did the entire setup where it's like there should have been a follow-up on that movie though, right? Because spoiler, the ending shows one of the main villains coming back, and I wanted to see how they were going to incorporate that, but they never did.
Well, I'm sure it was a low budget movie.
Yeah.
It's better as a one-off anyway. I wouldn't want to see another one.
Spoiler.
No, but the funniest thing about that movie, Ron's,
What's that?
is the footwear.
The footwear?
Yeah, do you know the story of that? Do you know the story there?
No, I don't. I don't. I'm sorry.
And I wish I knew the comedian that said this. I don't know if he's an actual comedian or if he's like an Instagram influencer, and he is the reason why I wanted to watch the movie other than you telling me about it. And I put it on my watch list, and when it finally came up and I could watch it for free, I watched it. When they went to make that movie, the person who like wrote it or produced it or directed it or whatever was like, all these people in the future are going to be incredibly stupid. I want them to wear ridiculous footwear. I want them to wear stupid footwear that nobody would wear. So they found this little company that was just starting off, and they thought their shoes that they made were kind of ridiculous. And they're like, oh, these shoes are ridiculous. Let's have them wear these shoes. And so when you watch that, they're like, nobody would ever wear these shoes. But in the future, almost everybody has a pair of these shoes. Guess what company that was?
Skechers.
No.
No.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I know
Jumanji,
what
they're
it
your
was.
favorite shoes. Jumanji's favorite shoes. What'd you wear to Pride, Jumanji?
Oh boy.
You wear them all the time.
Did I have on Crocs at Pride?
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
I love Crocs.
So this movie predicted that they're like, oh, this footwear is completely stupid. Let's have all these dumb people wear it. Nobody would wear these shoes. They'd have to be completely stupid. And here we are 16 years later. Who doesn't have a set of Crocs? I have Crocs.
I have Crocs and I've had them for 16 years. They're vintage now.
Definitely haven't had mine that long.
I mean,
but
I'm
it's been a
pretty
while.
sure
I've got a
they're
set of
very
Crocs
old.
hooked up to the VR set. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You have Crocs and your VR. What? Tell us about this.
Oh, so RJ, the boy, had an entire has the entire VR set up, right? So he can hook up hands, feet, and a belt around him, right? It's all motion caption, and he just hooked him up to a pair of Crocs, so it's easy to slip in, wear them, move around in the VR room. So they're versatile, if that.
Okay.
I can't even.
Okay, yeah, there you
I
go.
can't even
There you
make
go.
fun
That's
of
the
RJ
answer.
for that. So I wanted to. If it was your thing, I wanted to make. fun
Well,
of
I
it.
mean, knowing who his father is, I mean, you can't.
There you go.
It's
There you
it's
go.
kind of understandable.
Right.
It's understandable. So Jumanji, did you decide why we're going to all die?
I think it's from ignorance.
Okay,
If that was
elaborate.
true. never
Like
mind.
I think about the times when I believe on one podcast we had a conversation about people who show up to you all as professionals saying this is the issue, and then they debate with you on what they think is the cause or symptoms or what the cure is, and challenging your actual expertise. And so, like in that aspect, I just think it just a lot of people's ignorance and always like wanting to go against what they think may be right, like especially science.
Mhm.
I think that's going to be the thing that kills people, that they're just going to think that, oh, I can do this because Google says it, and it's not backed by anything.
Yeah, but we can't get that lucky. That's part of the problem, though, is we can't get that lucky because no matter how ignorant people are, there's going to be people that save them.
True.
Like I was talking with Swan about this recently. I mean, it's one of the conversations we have rather frequently, is how people were like, "Oh, I'm going to do this alternative medicine instead of do what you tell me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to rub crystals on my nuts to heal my cancer and all this other stuff that they want to do." And I'm like, you can do whatever you want to do. Nobody's forcing you to do anything.
Right.
What bothers me is when that stuff doesn't work and then they come crawling back to us, but they talk shit about us and to us for a long amount of time, and then who do they come crawling back to freaking save their ass?
Yeah, and they come back when it's stage way late and we can't help you, and then blame us because
Exactly.
we can't help you, but you waited so long where we could have like taken a little tiny piece off and you'd have been just fine, or had a little quick treatment and you're fine. But instead, and I don't discount people's holistic things that you want to try, but use it as an adjunct to medicine.
That's what I tell people. I'm like, go ahead and do all that stuff. That's fine. I'm like, but it's extra. I mean, the pandemic has taught like nothing. I mean, nobody's learned any lessons from the pandemic. I still see patients all the time that get sick and won't test for COVID.
How about how many people
they
won't?
tell me COVID isn't around anymore. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind?
COVID's never gone away.
No, it's just not reported. It's underreported. When back when you could do the rapid test, there was each state had a number that you would call to report your positive result, and then after a while, they're like, "Yeah, we don't care anymore. Don't report it." And now they don't have numbers to do that anymore.
I mean, how many people still don't wash their hands when they go to the bathroom? Like,
Well, how many people don't piss on their hands,
Mike, even if you don't piss on your hands, you're still touching stuff. You're touching the bathroom door. So are you don't wash your hands because you didn't piss on your hand?
No, I always
don't.
wash my hands.
Going back to golden showers, I don't piss on myself.
So, but do you wash your hands every time you use the bathroom?
No.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
you
yes, I
want.
do.
If you
I
don't
do.
wash your
doesn't.
hands,
No,
You know,
I
you
do.
touch.
I
know,
do.
So let's just
no man
pretend.
does.
again.
No, actually, I
Well,
do. I
no
mean,
one's gonna touch the door handle that you touched because you've touched yourself and everything else. And even if you didn't pee on your hands, you still have germs and bacteria and sweat and.
No, I mean, honestly, the pandemic has taught me to be a lot more cleaner and a little bit more
So
hygienic.
now he does wash his hands.
So
Yes.
I think that, do men wash their hands most times in public? Yes. Do they wash their hands most times at home?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, I do.
I don't think so, because I think that most men, they piss themselves with the door
I won't do
open,
dishes. That's woman's work, but
and so they're not necessarily worried about like touching door handles and stuff like that. And so then they just carry on with their day. Public, I feel like that's a different thing because
Did you just say that we don't shut the door? I shut the door even when I'm by home myself at the house.
You do?
Yeah,
Why?
because who was your mom?
Do you put the seat
You
down?
put the seat down after you go to the bathroom?
So so the seat stays down and the cover, and I think part of that is because I have a daughter.
Uh-huh.
So the seat is always down, no matter what.
Okay. Well, my mom lived with four men. And do you think the seat was ever up?
No. She'd be your ass if
Do
you
you
left the
think
seat
that
up.
do you think any of the door was ever open for us to go to the bathroom?
So
Hell no.
I didn't grow up like that, but as an adult,
I'm calling your
I
mother.
don't-
I'm calling your mom.
Call her.
I'll call her and be like, yeah, he doesn't you'd be so ashamed right now.
She would be. And sometimes I have to remember to like close my blinds, because my blinds, you can see from my bedroom into the bathroom, and that's right where the toilet is. I'm like, you should close your blinds so if somebody just happens to walk by, they don't see your.
Or maybe just shut the door when you go to the bathroom. That will solve the whole
No.
problem.
He's like dancing around in his robe, doing that whole thing that they did in Silence of the Lamb, where he's tucking his penis and he's like, "I'd fuck me."
I don't
Doing that
tuck.
Buffalo Bill shit. It puts the
What
lotion.
movie was that?
Puts the lotion.
Silence of the Lambs.
You haven't seen Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, movie night.
Oh my God,
Movie
Jumanji,
night.
one of the best movies of all time.
I'm gonna write it down. I'm writing it down right now.
Oh my God. Hello, Clarice. Are the lambs?
Hello, Clary.
Hello, Clarice.
So I have a question, you guys.
Yes.
I'm coming to Detroit July 19th.
I'm busy that day.
Should-
You didn't even say the date
should-
yet. Oh, sorry.
Should I fly or should I train it or drive?
Train.
Okay, get the rib shot ready. If you fly, your arms are going to be tired.
Oh.
If I fly, I'm just gonna go in circles because one wing's broke.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ta-ta.
How's your lucky fin?
Lucky Finn. Lucky Finn.
We're not gonna say you're Nemo.
We should call him Nemo. That's your new nickname, Nemo. Yeah.
Nemo.
There we go. You want a nickname?
I'm
Hey,
okay
Nemo.
with it. I'm
It's
okay
like,
with it.
all right, Nemo.
Fuck up, Nemo.
Nemo.
I'll be
Have you-
Nemo.
Oh, Beaveman.
Have you checked it out? Can you get decent flights
Beaveman.
right to Detroit?
So I'm looking now, like the Amtrak is 192, which is just as much as a flight. So I might as well get a flight.
Right.
Yeah, at least you won't hit anything.
But
If
I
you
wa-
do, it'll be
I
the end
do
of your
want to
career.
I do want to drive down because it's a nice drive, except for the deer that
I
jump
was
out
gonna
of
come on. No, Nemo, you can't do that.
Well, let's look at the positive thing. One, it's a new place for him to shit on somebody's yard there.
I haven't shit in yards in years. I got my IBS under control, mostly.
Mostly.
You can drop a deuce on a
Okay.
plane or a train. So
Thank you, Dr.
Seuss
Seuss.
book. Yeah, it's a Dr. Seuss book.
You can deuce on a train, you can deuce on a plane, you can deuce in your pants,
But do not complain.
you can deuce in the plants.
And deuce on a moose.
Yeah, there you go.
Or
There
the
you go.
train's caboose.
Well, if you fly, what are the risks of you
Driving? Terrible.
driving,
bad.
terrible.
Still bad.
Yeah, well, I'm factoring in that you've always almost nearly, if not, hit something when you drive.
Not always. Come on,
more
I said
man.
nearly.
Just more
Come on,
often than
man.
not.
God.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Out of all the years
I'm,
that you've driven,
me and Rain Man are excellent drivers.
Wait, yeah. I mean, Beaveman's making a great point. How many years have you driven?
3, 4,
okay, and how many accidents have you been in 3 or 4 years?
3, 400. I don't know.
So that's 100 times a drive.
I would say I've hit something about 17 times.
Jesus,
So that's
Fuck.
a pretty high average.
that's pretty sucky.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you should probably have a chauffeur.
I feel like he just needs a bus pass. He just needs a bus pass. He should be a
I've
card
got a
carrying
bus
member.
pass.
He should be
I've
a
got a
card,
bus pass.
should be a card carrying member of Greyhound.
Yeah, I was going to suggest Greyhound. That'd be great.
No, that would not be good. So I'm taking Amtrak to a show tomorrow. I have a weekend in Wildwood and my car's in the shop. So I'm going on Amtrak, and I said to my wife right after I booked it, last time I was on Amtrak, I fucked someone in the bathroom. And
Probably not something good to say.
she's like, she's like, why did you tell me that? I'm like, I felt like sharing.
Overshare, overshare.
She's like, please don't do that tomorrow.
I agree with this one. Sometimes there's a little too much oversharing, right?
You know that movie Cars?
Yes.
No.
Animated movie
Yes.
Cars. You know that
Yeah,
that's supposed to be. You know that theory runs that that's supposed to be years after Maximum Overdrive.
Yes, I do actually. I know that theory.
Mike's car is going to be the one that leads them all to revolt because that poor car keeps getting every car he gets. That soul is just gonna be transferred to the next car. It's like this motherfucker just keeps
Did
fucking
you
all
know
of
I
us up.
have a Kia Soul? I have a Kia Soul.
Where is it?
It's in the
In
shop
the
right
shop.
now.
It's in the shop.
My soul is
No,
broken.
yeah, I've heard that dark theory about that.
Well, it makes sense because if there's so many drivers out there abusing cars like Mike, then eventually they're just going to revolt.
Mhm.
I'm not abusing the cars. The cars are abusing me.
I would seek a professional therapist to talk about that.
I'm a professional therapist and I'm talking about it.
It's what I do.
It's what I
Probably
do. Yeah.
also inappropriately touching the tailpipe.
Hey, the tailpipe said they loved it.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, car. Show us on your tailpipe where Nemo touched you.
Mike, does your car have a name?
No, I kept on crashing the ones I named, so I stopped
Ow.
with this one.
Is that just to silence them so they wouldn't tell on you?
The last car I killed was the worst. I love this car. I thought we were gonna ride off into the sunset together.
So you were trying to Thelma and Louise with your car, is what was going
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
yeah.
Tried to ride off into the
How
sunset, but he just hit a bunch of boulders on the way.
Oh,
Aw.
how did this car meet its demise?
Mike got behind the wheel.
I had road rage. That's really what it is. Like my road rage is the cause of most of my accidents.
I don't know if you have road rage or road palsy.
Jesus. How do you get road rage, Mike?
There's this stretch of highway between my house and 287, and it's stop and start and stop and start, and it's so fucking annoying. And I get stuck behind someone and I lose my shit. So I take a road that is 5 minutes longer just to avoid that stretch of road. But the day I crashed, I did not take that shortcut. I wish I did.
Yeah, so end of the human race.
My driving.
Drivers like Nemo.
Yeah.
So the hollering I did when I went to the bathroom about you saying Nemo, like if you could have heard me, it was worth recording.
Well, I'm
But
glad that you muted yourself and we couldn't hear that.
Well, I was far in the bathroom.
Did you
I
shut
was
the
just
door?
I did because I was laughing so loud. I can remember if I muted the mic or not.
What did you
So
say? Say it now. Say it now.
oh no, I was just
before
laughing at the whole Nemo.
He was doing a mental picture of you
Swimming.
swimming in circles. Yeah. Or flying in circles.
And then I cried for a moment because Nemo is a sad movie. Why is there always tragedy in Disney movies? Like, why is always a parent dying?
It's part of the formula.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, and besides, Disney movies were all written off of, pre-existing fairy tales anyway. And pre-existing fairy tales were generally scary.
Right.
And full of tragedy.
In the real Hansel and Gretel, in the real what's the name of that one?
Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah, they burned the witch and eat her, I think.
Yeah, but it's an allegory for the stepmother or the mistreatment of the children by the remarriage of the spouse.
Look at you, big word allegory. Look at you. I'm so proud.
I actually did some research on that a long time ago. But once again, the allegory in Nemo is overcoming diversity because Nemo has a short fin. He's brave enough to make
Much
that
like
jump.
Kateo.
Yes, much like you, right? So, we're, and at the end of the movie, his father comes around saying, okay, you're right. I've got to let you go and grow. So maybe we should put Mike into a car and let him go and see where it goes.
I am the Nemo of the land.
Not really, because if the movie was Finding Kateo, it'd be super easy. Just look for the nearest car accident.
Aww.
Oh, here he is.
Oh,
That was easy.
So, the last one, the last accident I'm in, I was shocked I survived, to be honest. Like, it was really bad. So I've gotten much better after that.
Really? Because on your trip here and leaving, you just admitted that you got into another accident. So
That was not an accident.
2 days.
That was
you
not an accident. That was not an accident. That was a drive-through. I was involved in a drive-through.
Two in a matter of a week's time.
What happened at the drive-through?
I told you this.
No, he wasn't on yet.
No, I told him. I told him
Oh.
privately.
Oh, okay.
I did about when I drove through the Easy Pass.
Oh, driving thing. Okay.
Yeah.
so I think for Mike, or Nemo, as we'll call him, the safest bet is flying.
You changed my name. Who changed my name?
He
It
just
wasn't
now
me.
noticed.
now notice that.
I
Yeah, he
did.
just
I
noticed.
Changed
did.
for like
Yo.
20 minutes.
I saw that and I didn't want to draw attention to it because I think Mike did it.
I did too. I thought Mike did it too.
Who did it?
Mike did it.
Beaveman, was it you?
Of course.
The only other person who can do it besides you.
Of
I
course.
didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's funny as
That is funny as hell.
So I think, why do you refuse to ride on a Greyhound?
Here I am.
Here I am.
There you
Super
are.
easy.
So why don't you want to take a bus? I mean, it would be someone
Because
safer.
buses are uncomfortable. I can't fuck in the bathrooms.
Well,
I just thought of something.
would you fuck in a porta potty? I mean, that was one of the
What
questions we
I
asked.
would fuck in a porta potty.
So it's a portable porta potty on that bus.
What the fuck was that?
Don't do that.
That was Jumanji barf.
Don't do
Don't
that.
fucking a porta potty.
Don't do that.
What had you laughing so hard?
I
Beef?
was just thinking about how you have the beloved character of, Where's Waldo? If you combined Where's Waldo with Finding Kateo, it'd be super easy because he would just be attached to freaking Waldo's crotch.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
There he is.
Waldo's not really my type.
No.
I don't like stripes.
Okay. Well, I think his stripes would be off. I'm just saying.
Good one, Ross.
Oh yes.
Good.
There he is.
Hey, I have my moments. I appreciate you guys more than you think. So Greyhounds are out because it's uncomfortable flying, though. It's about the same price. So what about having somebody else drive you? And I mean in the car, not literally drive you.
That would be great if someone would, but no one wants to spend that much time with me.
Aww.
Well,
New guy's in the corner puking his guts out.
True.
There he is.
There he is.
there he is. So
Found him.
I'll ask a professional question to you, Mike. When comedians get together and they have a gig in the same town, do they often drive together?
Sometimes, yeah.
So do you have a comedian friend that's got a gig in that
Well,
area?
I had Detroit. No, I had someone who was gonna drive me for tomorrow, and then they backed out last minute, so I had to find my own way down to Wildwood, which is it's gonna take like 3 hours, which isn't that bad, whatever.
I mean, it's not bad for you. It's bad for everybody else along the way.
No, he's driving a train. He's riding a train.
Oh,
I'm driving the train. That's right.
I mean,
I'm
at
driving the
least it's on
train.
a track. At least on a track.
Choo choo
is somebody
choo.
driving you to the train?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then everybody's safe.
Yeah, his car is in the shop. He can't drive.
Why do you guys think I'm such a bad driver? What is going on here?
Statistically,
Oh, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to know that you're a bad driver.
I am not a bad driver. I'm just
everyone around
misunderstood.
him is a bad driver. They cause
No,
accidents.
no, everyone around me are fucking idiots. That's
Oh,
the
sure.
problem.
The way to look at it, bad things just happen to you when you're driving.
Yes, yes, I'm the victim. Yes. No, no,
Okay, Mike's the victim.
no, no, no.
Everybody else is
No,
the
no, 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 no.
Yeah, everybody
What
else
else is
just
the problem?
drives bad around you, Mike. That's all there is to it.
The real question is your driver's license still valid?
Yes, yes, it is. Just shockingly.
Just checking.
Well, after this
Shockingly.
podcast, it may not be. So you might have to take the bus.
You're assuming people that matter will be listening. The only people listening are people who are fans of comedy. The DMV does not listen to this.
They're not fans of comedy.
The
Then, are they?
DMV of New Jersey are not funny people.
I mean, maybe they're funny in their own way. I'm pretty sure the DMV people have a fucking hilarious time when they're like, "Yep, look at all those
yeah.
fucks in a line."
I'm sure they'll be laughing their ass off while they're cutting your license up.
The thing is,
Right.
is, if I want to work, I need my license. That's the
Well,
God.
you better quit crashing cars then.
Fuck you.
He needs a
There we
self-driving
go.
car.
All right. Well, anyway, end of the world. Probably drivers like Mike.
That's right. Let's get a GoFundMe for my self-driving car going.
That would be probably more realistic or more.
I think we should get a GoFundMe just for a bus pass.
Not a bus pass.
What's wrong with a bus pass?
Lifetime member.
Lifetime member of
Greyhound.
Greyhound.
Going back to what Beaveman said about the self-driving cars, that's when they become AI. So Mike could be the catalyst that starts all
There
the.
are self-driving cars. Like there are cars I want to buy right now, which are pretty much self-driving, self-navigating.
My friends have a brand new Tesla and it self-drives. Like it literally drives itself. It's frightening.
Tesla is also, they have the most accidents of all the self-driving cars. Like I researched this because I wanted to know what would save my life. Tesla is not it.
Yeah, but the Tesla vehicles don't kill their drivers; they kill other people.
No,
Right.
they also have like there's, I think it was 7 of their drivers died.
Out of how many millions?
But
Many.
still,
But right,
still.
exactly. Millions of people drive and get in car accidents and die all the time. Let's not blame Tesla. If they want to give me one for free, I'll drive it.
What's interesting, Swan, is that you're making that point out of millions of vehicles, yet Nemo there has been driving for 3 years and doesn't think it's a big deal that he's had 2,000 accidents in 3 years.
Hey, it was 1999, 1,900, not a one over.
You can't support one statistic and not support the other one, Nemo.
I can support. I'm
not talking about you, Swan.
Okay, perfect.
Is your name Nemo?
No.
Are you Nemo?
No.
Do you have a lucky fin?
No.
All right then.
I might want one.
Why?
I don't know. For sympathy. So I can get the good parking spots.
Oh my God.
Swan.
That is all sorts of wrong.
Swan.
Yes.
You know I can get a handicap parking space.
Do it.
Can you? For what?
For my major disabilities that I have.
What disabilities do you have?
Let's not talk about them.
Talk about it.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Nemo doesn't need the competition when picking up women.
Or men.
Or men.
Or they.
It's easier for me to pick up men. I will be quite honest. It's way easier to pick up guys.
Yeah, because dudes will fuck anything.
Well, not you, Swan.
Right.
So what's let's go back to the cringing moments interview real quick.
Harsh.
What's your best pickup line?
Jumanji.
For me, I
Right
don't
there,
really
Jumanji.
use pickup
Jumanji,
lines.
turn your.
He doesn't need to use pickup lines. Be like, hey, dude, wanna fuck?
I just realized what I did. I apologize. I'll just mute myself out here.
No, I was laughing at the Beaveman. You're good.
Beaveman is an asshole.
Yeah, you didn't catch it because Jumanji wasn't laughing his head off.
Yeah.
He muted himself.
It happened so quick. I didn't know it was gonna happen.
What happened?
You
What
just
I missed?
you just had to be
I
there.
said dudes will fuck anything, and Beaveman said, but not you, Swan.
Oh, I did not hear that. That's not nice. I'd fuck Swan, no offense. Wait, I don't know why I said no offense,
To
Swan.
me or Beaveman?
Yeah,
I said it to you. No.
not offending me. Not offending me. Yeah, but it goes back to
No,
that.
I don't care if you take offense. No offense,
Yeah,
Swan.
but it goes back to that whole thing. It doesn't matter if you'd fuck her or not; she still wouldn't fuck you. So
Yeah, yeah.
like that whole thing. You're like, oh, I'd love to have sex with Drew Barrymore. That doesn't mean she wants to have sex with me.
Right, right.
I'd love to make out with Kate Beckinsale. Doesn't mean she wants to make out with me. Doesn't matter if I'd love to do it or Swan gave me permission. Doesn't matter.
That is the whole point of
Not
the
gonna-
Drew Barrymore free pass.
Kate Beckinsale, Sandra Bullock, Linda Carter. I got a list. I got a whole bunch.
Okay.
That Linda Carter. Yeah, the 70s Linda
I'd
Carter.
still take Linda Carter now.
Yeah.
Linda Carter in her 70s?
Yeah, sure. Of
Yeah.
course.
Did you see her the cameo that she did in Wonder Woman?
Still take her now. Dress.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and she'd take you.
Before or after the runt?
No.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I'd go with
Again,
that.
she would have
I'd go
to
with that.
allow us to do it in the first place, and she's not going to.
Yes.
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 All right then. Well,
Oh, she played Wonder Woman.
You just get that now? You just got that
Jumanji's
now.
like, who's Linda Carter?
Oops.
Oops.
Jeez.
So we've given you like an hour, Jumanji.
Yeah,
Have you
what's the end of the
figured
world?
out your how you're gonna explain to us?
So I have not figured it out because I was not thinking about it consistently, which is a good thing, right? I shouldn't have been thinking about that the entire time we were podcasting. I don't know how to describe it. I will honestly talk to some of my gay colleagues and figure out how to describe what it means when you say
Don't you mean fuck buddies?
no.
Gay colleagues trying
No.
to get all fancy.
No. I have some gay colleagues. Not all of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck buddies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
No, but it's difficult to describe, and it's very minor. But
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
You always do.
Thank you, Ron.
You always do.
Look at him being all inspirational.
Very much
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I try to be.
I still think the end of the world's going to come about from a fungus.
I couldn't figure out how to
Sewers.
do that the other day. I was like, what? Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway,
My heart is fucked.
trying
So
to wrap
if
it up.
Swan, if you start with this motion,
Uh-huh.
it makes it easier.
Oh,
So
Start with a
here.
big hole and make
Start
it
here.
a little hole.
This is
No,
where the
don't collapse your thumbs.
this is
Don't
where the
collapse your
Beaveman
thumbs.
comes into play,
Ah,
and then you just shrink it.
shrink it down. Did I do
There
good?
you go.
Yeah, I
Into
was
there.
doing the wrong way, and I was like, "Oh, that's not working." Yeah. Anyway,
I shouldn't have used the word shrink, Beaveman. I'm sorry.
I don't care. That's the other thing is I don't care.
Aw.
Just don't care.
Anyways,
Anyway. All right. Well, this is our last episode of season 4.
yay!
Which means we'll be taking a break, lucky listeners of the Slaptail Squad. So please,
How long?
I'd probably explain that if I.
Thank you for having me be in this season, you guys.
Oh, you're
You're so
welcome.
special.
You're welcome, Nemo.
Mike, I mean, honestly, as a big fanboy, I
I
never thought
I do love my new nickname. I'm not gonna lie.
Like me, they
You know,
like me. They gave me a nickname. It's Nemo.
when
I'm Nemo.
Hold on, guys. Be
when
quiet.
I heard you were
Be
first
quiet.
coming
Ron
on,
is going
and
to tell a story that he's already told on 6 podcasts. Go ahead, Ron.
Okay, Rand.
yeah,
But I love hearing it.
yeah. I mean, honestly, it was a pleasure meeting. I mean, I never met a
Gay
celebrity
cripple
like you.
before.
So it was really cool to meet you. I mean, you were just as chill as I thought you would be in person. You kind of reserve yourself. You're not too wild. Maybe you should be.
Can you play
No,
that new
you were so
soundbite?
cool.
No, I didn't get it made.
Oh.
You want to say that all again? I got it written
Pretty
down.
excited though because
What is the
pretty
soundbite?
excited though. I'm going to write a proposal to Dana White for Crip Wars. So we got
Yeah.
that. We got that in the works during the break.
South Park did that.
Crip Wars. Did they call it Crip Wars?
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, they
Did
did.
they really?
Look it up.
Oh,
Yes, they
damn
did.
it.
It was Timmy and Jimmy, and they go. It's
It's
yeah.
called Crip Wars?
Unfortunately.
How
Yeah.
about Crip Cage?
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a cripple fight in one of the.
No, I'm talking about names now. I'm oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.
No,
I'm,
not
Norman
names.
names here. Crip Cage.
Oh no. Names.
I'm starting a disabled comedy competition called Comedy Crip Fight.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Are they gonna like fight, or just comedy battle?
It's battle with words.
Comedy battle. But in the final round, you got to punch out your opponent any way you can. So if you have a wheelchair, a motorized wheelchair, you run them over.
Okay. I look forward to seeing that.
If you have crutches, you beat the shit
That's a
out
good
of
plan. Have you seen Murder Ball?
No.
You never seen the movie Murder Ball?
I'm bad with movies, man.
Oh, that's a good one. Do you remember that one, Swan?
Yeah.
That movie's freaking kick ass.
Was that with Johnny? What's his name?
I'll say yes.
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, Johnny
No.
Never
Knoxville.
heard of him.
No, this is an actual sport. It's called Murder Ball. And you
Mhm.
have to have so everybody on the team is disabled. You're allowed to have, you have to have at least one paraplegic, and what they do is they have a ball and a court, and they're all playing on the court, and they even make they'll spray their hands with silicone spray to make it sticky, and they basically beat the fuck out of each other playing this game called Murder Ball.
It's like wheelchair rugby.
Wheelchair rugby, like basketball. It's very cool.
On a court. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll knock
And
each
they
other the
knock
fuck
each
over.
other out of the chair, like legit hardcore sport, because
I would totally be into that.
Yeah, watch it. It's a very good movie.
I mean, I do get the point, because football players and everybody else get to do all that stuff, and just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you shouldn't be allowed to do contact sports if you want to.
Yeah,
Not like
Nemo,
nobody's forcing them
yeah,
to do it.
Nemo, you get in a wheelchair, I'll knock you over.
I'll push you down the stairs. No worries.
You know what? You know what's funny? When I was younger, I wanted to be a disabled stuntman, like a stuntman for people with
Oh,
disabilities.
so you're like, anytime there's a drunken scene,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
drunk guy's gonna
basically.
fight all these other guys, and he's really inebriated, and then they like, oh, cut. Mike wanders in.
I got this.
Oh, that guy wasn't that drunk. Holy shit, this guy's really playing it up. No. Why do you still silence? He's like,
He's so lifelike.
this guy's over the top.
He's a method actor. This one.
Now, all I can
he
picture
gets the role.
is Mike doing like
So-
jujitsu rolls right now.
Well, I just want to see how he auditions for them. I mean, does he read a script or something?
Just comes in
It's
as
like, how do you
Hulk Hogan.
audition for that kind of a role for a stuntman?
Parkour.
Pretty simple. He walks in, stands there, and then they just
Oaxaca.
walk in.
Oh,
I mean, literally, he just has to walk through the door, and once he bounces off the door frame, like this, we got our guy.
That's our
That's
guy.
our guy.
That's guy.
That's our guy.
But in the essence of fairness, we have to read other people in. So here's your script. So would you,
Let's try and wrap up the
if you're
podcast.
gonna, yeah, you know what? Yeah,
This
it
is
is
Ron's
what it
is
is.
best.
This is not Ron's Ask Mike a Million Questions
It
time.
is. But we had.
No.
Does anybody? We don't have a last Pride Side chat.
Oh
of the
yeah, we gotta
season?
have
Does
one.
anybody have one?
Okay, fine. Hold on. I don't have. Oh, actually, I don't have one, but Here we go. And now it's time for that portion of the show where I guess you can't even call it straight anymore because nobody wants to hear it. Men who fuck women, women who fuck men. Nobody cares about that anymore.
Nobody.
But I guess,
Nobody.
I mean, yeah, I guess we're rare. Like, like an albino koala.
Ooh.
But it's that
Anyway.
time of the show where we ask Jumanji questions. Where's my soundbite?
About being gay. There, I just did it. You don't have to do it.
I don't have to do it.
No.
About being gay. About being gay.
Yeah, I don't want to go down on Jumanji at all.
About being gay. Ron's.
Oh, okay, I'm on.
I
All
was,
right.
I
So,
was going to say, Ron's, do you have a question?
yes, I do.
Jumanji.
Yes,
Please
I do.
go ahead with your question.
Who are better
Go ahead
dancers?
anytime.
Straight people or gays?
Gays!
Better dancers?
Gays!
Yes.
Why do you say gays, Beaveman?
Because that's what
Ron
Ron
said.
said.
He said gays.
Straight
Oh.
people or gays.
Oh, gays.
Or gays, yeah, okay, yeah.
That's hard to say because I don't necessarily know many of on either side, but I do know that there are quite a few in the gay community that stand behind some of the best artists as their dancers and fill other roles very much so that makes us like the people who are standing up before us as far as celebrities. They're part of the hair and makeup and all of that, wardrobe. So maybe gays. We're just better at things.
We're just better at things. All things. All things.
All things.
Nobody sees anything inherently wrong with that question Ron's asked.
Who's the better dancer? Straight people or gays?
Or gays.
Gays.
Or beautiful people.
Who's better dancer? Straights or gays? Cis or crookeds?
I mean, I feel like many people don't have rhythm. It doesn't matter what you
Exactly.
are.
Swan, I'm going to go with you. I think that Ron's it's both. There's plenty of people that can't fucking dance either way. Just
Very
because
true.
you're gay does not make you a good dancer.
Very true.
Just because you're straight does not make you a bad dancer.
How about the rumor that if you can dance, you can fuck?
That's true.
That's true?
Not true.
I feel like that's probably not true either.
That is not true. Swan cannot dance to save her fucking life.
But you just gave me a compliment and said I can.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I did. I
Yes,
just said.
I
just said Swan can't dance.
Right. Well, I mean, I could also
But
not be able to fuck. So
Random.
But what you're saying is that she can. So
yeah.
If memory serves. All right, I'm going to try to wrap up the podcast again.
Alrighty.
And here I go. All right, so this is the last episode of season 4. We will be back in about 2 months. That will give the squad time to become creative again and not say the same old boring shit.
And so everyone can enjoy their summer, get outside, do some things.
Avoid Nemo on the road.
Yes, avoid Nemo on the road.
Or if you see Nemo on the road, go to a show.
Thank you.
Actually, what we should do is we should set up a website. Now how they have the Santa tracker. Do that for Nemo so that people know to stay off the road.
Can you share your location with us
that
so
would
we
probably
can
be a good
post
idea.
that? You'll have
Will
this
do.
is accident prevention. We do that and then everybody gets off the road for him.
Well, that and then people can start donating money and then we could get him a bus pass.
True, that's true too.
Amtrak.
Aim higher.
Amtrak pass.
Self-driving car.
Okay.
Self-driving
How happy
car.
I would be if I didn't have to drive.
Okay, so we'll get one for you too.
I would totally be down with that. I'm like, I don't fucking want to drive. What the fuck do I need to drive for?
Okay, so GoFundMe for the entire Slaptail squad to have chauffeurs. That'd be fine.
Take an Amtrak anywhere. Hell yeah, I'll take an Amtrak.
I mean, it is quicker, to be honest. Amtrak to Chicago.
All right, so Nemo Tracker. That's gonna
Nemo
be
Tracker. Yeah.
Here is my suggestion.
Patent pending.
Here is my suggestion, though. While we're on our dark months between our season breaks, when we come back, we'll be doing season 5. If any of the listeners have a favorite podcast episode, you can email me at slaptailsquad@gmail.com, and I will play that podcast again with commentary, either with me or with Swan, or both of us, rather. So if you got a favorite podcast episode that you want us to replay and play little clips from it, like your favorites, we can do that, and Swan and I can do the
Editing of that.
editing and the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of the Slaptail
I like
Squad.
that.
So that's an option. And that's pretty much it then. So I am going to say, though, shout out to JD Hutchins of the Monsters Lair and send him out a challenge. JD, you have not put out a podcast for quite a while. What the fuck is up with that?
We miss you, JD.
Yeah, Dark Lord of Browntown put out a podcast.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That sounds like someone who shits a lot.
He's from Fresno. I call that the Browntown.
Browntown.
All right, well, that's it for me, the Beaveman. Adios, most fuckos. See you in season 5.
Bye from the Swan. You have to speak up, Nemo. You have to, they can't see you waving.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Look at my fin. Bye.
Deuces.
And from the Rons, whole heartfelt out there to all you motherfuckers. Stay safe, motherfuckers. It's going to be a crazy ride.
You sound drunk.
You
I wonder about that whole word. You just basically saying everybody fucks their mother.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?